Good morning, students. Now to see that development of thinking. So scientist known as Jean Piaget. The scientist named was the psychologist name was the Jean Piaget. Jean Piaget argued that said that the child in the year is about 2 years and the 7 year, and they follows the logical way of thinking. That means they analyze the problem and find the solutions. And Piaget also explained that thinking of children is not similar to the thinking of the adult, because according to the age of the children, thinking ability is different from varies in the ages of the children. So it seems that children also solve their problem in the different level. So children who are the older, they have more knowledge, and they also have the capacity to solve the problem, and they have the different kind of knowledge. So then come to the development of thinking. So thinking so development thinking is based on the four stages of cognitive development. That is the development of the there is a motor skills and ability, that is the intelligent ability, thinking, memory, all are the memory or all are undergo the cognitive development. So in the cognitive the stages of the four stages of under the four stages of cognitive development, first is the sensory motor, that is sensory motor stages development from the birth to 2 years, and the pre-operational stages of cognitive development reaches about to 2 to 7 years of the child. Then concrete operational stages of the cognitive development occurs in the ages of about 7 to 11 years. The concrete operations means the students directly that is he uses concrete ideas and principles to for the thinking. Okay, and then formal operation period, that is the ages about 11 to 15 years. First is the sensory motor stage, that is from birth to 2 years. In this stage a child understand herself and also environment. He also learn about the himself and his environment through the motor and reflex action. Okay, so in this case the child also uh, understand the world by coordinating their experience like the vision and hearing. So through by the vision and hearing they understand the world, and they also involved in the physical interaction and do the physical activity such as grasping the object, sucking the object, and stripping the object. And in fact also gain different type of knowledge from the various type of object from our environment. It is done by through by physical action like the grasping the object and sucking the object. Also they can think about the different type aspect of the environment, as wind blowing, example wind blowing, example sun rays falls on the earth, all are equally visualized, and they can think about the environment. Here also child here the child development of the sensory motor development of the child also based on the object performance. Here a child understand the about the object, so they can exist until unless the hearing or visualize the object. And he also thought that if and he thought that if he cannot see or hear the object, then it will be exist, then another object will also be grasped, and that also be checked it is a function not. If it is not functioned, not here, not visible, then it will be throughout, then again another object also be hold out. So it is object performance, that means child until unless if the object will be not seen, not heard, so it they will continue exist the object. Next comes the pre-operational stage. The pre-operational stage it is the period between the 2 to 7 years. Here child learns about the language. Okay, And also child attention towards in playing. Child is attention increase towards the playing. Here child begins to learn the speak out by giving the name of the object. It will occurs at 2 years, at the age of the 2 to until the age of the 7. Okay. Here the child also plays by the symbolic play. Symbolic plays means the child uses the word, and that will be also remember recall it at any time also. So here the child plays, child also do the symbolic, child uses the symbolic play. Here the child begins to use symbols to represent the object. So different symbols, different type of word, they are used to represent the object. Okay. But here the child is not do the operations which are task that the child after developing the mental processing, they will physically will be influenced by the operation. But here the child is not do the operation because it is the pre-operational stage. When the child can do mentally as well as the physically, then the operational stage of the child developed. Here in this stage, the child identify object by different name, and he also identify the named through by the using words like the mummy, papa, and the ball, etc. They first identify and uses word, and uses the symbolic word to represent the object, like the mummy, papa, etc. See that then come to the concrete operational stage. It is the operational stage. Here the child uses the logic. Okay. And the concrete operational stage, the age is the period between 7 to 11 years. Here child think abstractly, okay, and make judgment. Okay. Here the child think in the abstractly. Okay. In the abstract, alone that in the abstract, in the abstractly the child think, and they also make judgment, decision making also in the concrete term. Okay. So here children use logic. Okay. That means they make argument and find the solutions also of the problem, and also they also begin grasp to object. They also begin grasp to the important elements, and that is the principle of nature and conservations, classifications, etc. So here the child has the think abstractly. Okay. And also they also develop the inductive reasoning. In the inductive reasoning, they make a generalization from the by the specific observation also. Okay. So Piaget also said that the child also can solve their problem. Child also think in hypothetically. Okay. They also start their problem solving, and they used the logic. Okay. They think logically and abstractly. Okay. And they also make the judgment process. Okay. So it is the concrete option stage. Example, also another examples are given. Here it is said that a child also experience a difficulty with figuring out logic in their heads. So different type of logic, if they given by through by the mathematically, through by the sentence, etc. So child faces very difficulty to find out the logic. Okay. Example, if given that is age more than b, b is more than c, and only asked to him why A more than C. So the child think abstractly and find out solution from the logic, and it will be the child must be able to logically give answer, or may not be also. So here the child think that in the perceptive nature, and which is the incorrect also, sometimes incorrect also. See that. Then come to the formal operational stage. The formal operational stage is the period starts from the 11 to 15 years. In this case, child thinking child develop their things on the basis of the scientific principles, and also they find the solution of the problem, and child also think in hypothetically, and they solve their problem through by the deductive reasoning. Okay, here intelligence also be demonstrated in this stage, and at this point the person also capable of the hypothetical thinking and the deductive reasoning. Okay, and also the child think in the abstract concept. Okay, and also child solve their problems by the using trial and error method. So when during the solving the problem, if they fail, then again try to solve the problem. Okay, so they think the systematically, by the step wise thinking, and find out the solutions, and then solve the problem in the logical way. Then come to the communication and language. So communication and language both are required in thinking for the solving the problem of the child as well as the individuals. And the thinking is the thinking always distinguish between the human and animals, because human thinks in different way from the animals thinking. As a human will be think because it is the result from the culture, because it is comes from the culture of the peoples, because the group comes from the group of people who have the knowledge, interest, ideas, and the intelligent power. So from that culture, human language will then comes, that is human language result from the culture of the society, like the people who have the knowledge, ideas, beliefs. So that human language it will be studied and taught, but animal language is an instinctive form, because animals shows their behavior in constant way or fixed way, so they do not require the study and taught. But human language is learned and taught, because it is comes from the human language result from the culture, because as the human being as social animals, he required the knowledge, interest, ability, thinking, and having the intellectual power. So if the language learned by the peoples, the human beings gives symbolic names for everything, and whether it is either is visible or not. Okay, through by the communications, the persons are share their ideas, belief, thoughts, and the communication it is will be the verbal, that is the uses word or language. It is a non-verbal, that is uses the facial expression, eye movement, tone of voice, body language. So thinking process can be developed of the child as well as the individual, and make decision to solve the problem by the help of language, both language and communication. So language improve So language will developed by the proper social interaction between the individuals, and it is also be helpful of the understand about the object, comprehension about the object. Then come to the what are the elements required to develop thinking or thought process. The individual can solve their problem by using their thinking pattern. If thinking is done in the correct way, so that very easily the problem is solved. Otherwise it is not solved, it is causes very difficult to solve it. So various elements are used to solve the problem or developing the thought process. That first is the images. Okay, then images, concepts. Okay, brain function, and the concept, language, symbol, signs, brain functions, all are required to develop of thought process or thinking. So that first is that image. Every person create their image on their mind after observing the object or finding any experience or gained experience through by the training. Either that image either may be become object, person, and it will be made by the actually seen and heard and of the object and felt of the whatever will remain at that place. So that mind pictures symbolize the words like that picture will be actual object, and that mind picture will be experience, and that mind picture may be involved with different type of activities. Then come the concepts. The important language symbol is the concepts helps for the development of thinking. That we know that concepts are categorized or the differentiated from the it is will come from the various type of object, event, peoples. So through by the concept we clarify that what type of thing is there. Either it is event, either it is object or people. Example, if we develop the concept against the soft, then some people said that it is soft, some people said that it is hard, some people said that it is semi permeable. So that then at last we found that either it is soft or the hard. So through the concept, first create a concept about the topic or object, event, people. Then after finding the after doing the concept in the mind, then find out what type of object or event or people is there. Example is given the soft. If you discuss about the concept of soft, either it is a hard or the soft or the semi permeable. Then after finding the concept or the concept is clear, then to help for the solving of the problem. What are the steps for the development of a concept? So in the first step, the persons who have the variety types of experience, either it is present or past, a different type of experience is there involved directly with the object, okay, or the topic. So every person has the variety type of experience. So first concept is the create awareness, and that is will be connected to the various type of experience, and first it will be done by the individual for the developing of the concept. So first create awareness, and it will be alert towards the variety of connected experience, that experience will be past or the present. If you connect the awareness in the experience, that create the individual, that will be reveal the or show the individual perception, what type of individual perception is there, it will be revealed or showed. Then in the second step, what will be process to develop the concept. So from the among of the variety type of experience, we create a comparisons from among of the experience, which experience has greater attributes, has the very type of quality that found, and that will be applied to the solve the problem. Okay, that selection selected experience will help to the create the that selection experience will be helpful for the solving the problem. Okay, so in third step, abstraction occurs. So here the different type variety type of qualities will be obtained, in which present in that experience. So abstractions will be continued from their characteristics of the object, and find out the qualities of the object. In third step of the concept of development, find out the abstraction, that is include the qualities, characteristics. Okay, and given a named through by the language, and then and that stands for the concept, clear of the concept, and that stands for the concept. So here the then through for the naming of the object, the language is most needed. So here language also is plays significant role development and stability of the concept. So which type of object through by language will be named, then concept will be cleared. So for the concept, what are required for the concept, you require the time, I will require the time which will be saved. We require the labor saving device, because in the less period of time, through by the less activity, the concept will be developed. Concept also helpful for the transfer of learning from the complex to simple one. Okay, from in the complex problem solved, that will transfer to the simplest form. It reduces the complexity of the individual world. Okay, then come to the symbols and signs. Symbols and signs are used to represent the object. It also used for the represent the experience activities. Okay, example is the in the way we found that there is a traffic lights, railway signals, school bells, songs, etc. That all are stand for the symbolic expression. Okay, traffic light, railway signals, school bells, these are example of the symbolic expressions. So these symbols and signs will be stimulated to the development of thinking. Another example is given during the going up movement of the train, after completion of the stopping, during starting of the moving, the guard will done the waving of the green flag, then train will be moved, and we should also prepare to get on the train. Then come to the language. Language also aids to carrying out the process of thinking. Here through by the language, you listens, read the sentence, words, phrase, and it also stimulated to the stimulate or development of thinking. Then come to the brain function. Brain is the chief instrument to store the informations and carry out the process of thinking. Okay. Here mental picture image that all are being stored, reconstructed and put to some use only through the functioning of the brain. So in the brain function is that it will be helpful for the store the mental picture, form the image or picture and reconstruct the picture and put to that will be transferred to work, okay, for the some use. So it is the main functioning of the brain. Okay, the next class we will discuss about the error in thinking. Thank you.